Hey guys, so I'm back with another candle review, and this time around it's for the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Garden Weather candle from Bath & Body Works, part of the upcoming Spring 2025 collection. First of all, how cute is this packaging with the wraparound label, with the floral print, with the wax color peeking through, and the juicy medallion in the middle, with the snail on it, with a decorative lid. Like, oh my god, so cute, like something that I would totally design myself. And I was like, you know what, I really want one from this collection, and thankfully there's one new one so I can actually buy it because the packaging is so cute. But in any case, yes, so Garden Weather reads Wild Nectar, Honeydew Melon, and Green Apple. And oh boy, wow, candle is like so not the jam. After Wire Iris and Cedarwood being like totally unscented, and now this, I'm like kind of bummed because like spring is my favorite season for candles, and we're starting off not great. So yeah, this just on cold, it smells pleasant enough. You get like a sweet melon, but it is tempered rather by a sort of green ozone citrus quality that doesn't make it as like sweet and candied as like sour melon drop, for example. And there's a little bit of green apple in there to sweeten it, but when you go to burn it, this just does not come across very well, and it actually gets worse, and I'm just like so not here for it. It gets a bit of this sort of citrus kerosene quality really comes through, and that seems to be so dominant. And it doesn't even list citrus as a note, but there's most certainly a citrus note in here, and it's also often the citrus fragrance oils that give you that kerosene quality. This is giving a very similar kerosene citrus quality that like pink sangria has done in the past, and it really reminds me of pink sangria, but a less sweet and fruity version. And it's just like, oh, I don't really want that. It also kind of reminds me of the Perfect Spring as well. Perfect Spring also had like an apple blossom note in there mixed with kind of like a spring air ozone green quality, so you can see the similarities there as well. I would say not as sweet as the Perfect Spring, but a similar type of feel to this fragrance. But in any case, so yeah, outside of the comparison to Pink Sangria and the Perfect Spring, what does it smell like? Yeah, first and foremost, I get heaps of like this sort of like unsweetened citrus, like citrus, like spritzer type of quality is what I get from it. But the more it burns and like the hotter the oil gets, the more you get that sort of like kerosene citrus quality. And so you get that first and foremost. And then you get a little bit of a fruitiness that is coming from the melon and the apple, but it's nowhere near as sweet as their usual like super sweet like fruity candy fragrance. And it kind of also reminds me more of like the I guess the melon rind or skin or whatever you call it. Like it's similar in like a cucumbery type of way, where it has a sort of planty green quality mixed with traces of a sweetness from like a melon and an apple. But overall, it just comes off as like this slightly less sweet sort of like citrus fruit or citrus melon, citrus drink fragrance. And I don't know, it doesn't really evoke garden weather to me. I would hope for something a little bit more floral, or even like a dirt or a soil quality, something like that would evoke more of a garden weather feel to it. We've had like fragrances like spring in the past before, which had like this dewy, awesome, juicy, like bulb type tulip fragrance mixed with like a really wet, juicy green apple. That was a perfect like sort of springtime garden fragrance. I think we've also had Garden Bouquet, which is more that sort of actual realistic raw floral quality with a little bit of like that sort of greenery and sort of dirt quality to it that you get from like picking flowers like out of the ground. There was that fragrance as well. I don't know, there's like so many better, I guess, concepts for a fragrance called Garden Weather that I was expecting something a little bit better. And like, okay, maybe if this was just a melon and apple fragrance, like sure, that's fine, but I guess when it burns, it transforms into more of that like citrus kerosene fragrance mixed with the unsweetened melon and apple. And overall, I don't know, it's just like totally misses the mark for me, and I'm kind of bummed because I don't know, Garden Weather just has such a cute concept and such promise to it, and could be so many more things, and the packaging is so cute on it, but then to get confronted with some weird kerosene the Perfect Spring meets Pink Sangria type of fragrance, I'm just like so not here for it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it, and that's pretty much what this smells like. Moving on to the performance, this is a third. Actually, no, this is a second burn because I intend on returning it, and so I want to still be within the framework of lightly used or gently used. So this is a second burn, and it has the thick rope-like wicks on it. It does start sitting after like 2 or 3 hours, so make sure you're on top of trimming it. Just the usual kit and caboodle with this. A little bit of a slower pool because of the wax being more like this navy dark blue. Usually the more dye there is in a candle, the slower it takes to pull out, because like the dye sort of clogs the wicks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but in any case, the throw on this candle, I would say very medium, anywhere from the 3 to 5 range. I would say up to 5 in a bedroom. Like by the time I was starting to hit the second or third hour, I was getting plenty of this sort of like lightly kerosene laced citrus fragrance with a little bit of fruitiness in the background. And I was like, ooh, yikes, I don't think I really like this. I could still definitely smell it in the bedroom for like up to a 5, probably more in like the 4 range in an open concept area. And it just takes a while to get going. So it's kind of more at a 3 in the first like beginning hour. So anywhere from a 3 to a 5 in the medium range. But even when it does start picking up to a 5, I can't say I really enjoy the fragrance. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the performance on this. Overall, certainly not a repurchase, and also considering returning it or exchanging it, which is a shame because the packaging is so cute and I just really wanted one from this collection, but the fragrance is totally not my cup of tea. I don't know, maybe I'll just exchange it for like try another almond croissant, or maybe fresh cut lilacs as a tried and true strong, like, you know, floral. Maybe I'll do that just so I could have one from this collection. But yeah, overall, total bummer, not a repurchase, would not recommend, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.